If you've been trying to add a clickable link to the ebook version of your children's book using Amazon's free tool called the Kindle Kids Book Creator, then this video is for you. We will look at why I still recommend this tool for the creation of our ebook, why the clickable link can be so very beneficial to us in our ebook, and I will show you step by step how to go about adding a clickable link to our ebook directly in the Kindle Kids Book Creator. So let's jump right in. Hi there, I'm Eevi, an award-winning children's author and ghostwriter over on eevijones.com and the creator of Children's Book University. I create videos specifically for children's authors, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. Even if creating an ebook version of your book hasn't really been on your radar, I'd encourage you to consider it. 1, it's absolutely free to create. 2, it offers an additional format to potential buyers. 3, it's a really inexpensive way for our launch team members to support us by purchasing and downloading an ebook copy so they can leave a verified review for us. And 4, it's really easy to do. Not too long ago, I shared a video on how to create an ebook version of our beautiful children's book using the Kindle Kids Book Creator, an absolutely free tool provided by Amazon. I went ahead and shared the link to that video in the description below. The reason I'm still recommending this tool is twofold. 1, it's absolutely free to use, and if you have seen what services usually charge to create an ebook version for a children's book, then you know that this is a good thing. And 2, using this tool makes the creation of our children's book really easy to do, especially if we follow the tips I'm sharing in the video I previously mentioned. Now that being said, there are a few important things to mention here. The Kindle Kids Book Creator is not a new tool. It's been around for quite some time, but over the years I have tried all sorts of different tools, and while there are a number of different methods I use regularly for the creation of my own ebooks as well as those of my ghostwriting clients, when it comes to the level of complexity, the Kindle Kids Book Creator is, as of right now, still one of the easiest and quickest ways to create children's books that are illustration heavy. But while the Kindle Kids Book Creator is really easy to use, it does have a major limitation, and that's that there is no direct way of adding a clickable link to our ebook. This wasn't an oversight by Amazon. This function was actually intentionally not included because Amazon prefers not having any clickable links in our kids' ebooks for obvious reasons. But when used ethically and responsibly, adding a live or clickable link to our ebook can be really helpful to us authors. 1, if we have a website, we could, for example, link directly to our author website where our readers can learn a bit more about us and our book. Now, if you don't have an author website yet but have been looking into creating one, I went ahead and shared a link to Author Website Studio in the description below that helps us create a website without having to pay any monthly or annual hosting fees. 2, if we have fun materials we have created to go along with our book, like special coloring pages or games or other fun materials we have created specifically for our little readers, it would be really helpful if we could add a direct link to that as well. If you need help or inspiration to create these types of fun materials for your own children's book, I have a whole separate video on just that, so I made sure to add that below as well. 3, if you have read my book, How to Self-Publish Your Children's Book, you may already know that I always encourage fellow aspiring children's authors to also include a little call to action page where we encourage our readers to leave a heartfelt review for our book over on Amazon. Here we could add a direct link that when clicked will open our book's Amazon review page. Not the sales page, but the actual review page, making it really easy, quick, and convenient to leave a review for our book. Again, I have a whole separate video that shares how to create such a direct review link, and a video on how to add such a link even before our book has been published. Both of these links are in the description below. And 4, if we have multiple links that we would like to share but don't want to overwhelm our readers with too many links directly in our ebook, we can simply share one link that then takes readers to a page that holds all these other options for them. And you've guessed it, I have a separate video on that as well, so we can make the absolute most of using just one link. So I added the link in the description below. So being able to add a clickable link to our author website, our fun printables or worksheets we may have created for our book, a direct link to our book's review page over on Amazon, or any other link we would like to share with our readers would be really helpful, especially since any other genre does so for their ebooks as well. So now that we know why we would want a clickable link in our ebook, let's take a look at how to do just that within the Kindle Kids Book Creator so that we no longer have to hire anyone to do that for us. Again, if you would like step-by-step guidance on how to use the Kindle Kidsbook Creator, make sure you watch my separate video. Here I will simply focus on showing you how to add a clickable link. So let's say that with the help of my other video you have added all the different elements and pages to your ebook in the Kindle Kidsbook Creator. All that is now left for us to do is add our clickable link. So let's say I want to add the link right here on the last page with all my other books. All we need to do is go up here and click on Add Text and click OK. And this generates this text box right here. So now we can add any text. It doesn't have to be a URL, it can be any text, but I'm going to enter visit eevijones.com. Make it a little bit smaller. And right now this is a pop-up box, meaning on the front end when a reader clicks this it will create a large pop-up box. But I don't want this to be a pop-up box, so I'm going to disable it. So I can do so by hovering over the box, right-clicking it, and selecting Delete Pop-up. Click OK. And now it's just text. We still have the gray box around it, but this will disappear once we render our ebook. So now I'm going to place it wherever I want it to be displayed, so right down here. Right now this is just text, it's not clickable yet. So in order to make this clickable, I will have to add a little bit of code. And the way I do this is I go over here, click on View, select HTML View. And that creates a tab right here for us where we can enter our code. Now this right here, this tab shows us the front end, the way the reader will see it, and the HTML tab will show us the back end. So go ahead and click that. And now we need to find the text that we just entered. And so if you look right here, it says visit eevijones.com. So this right here is the text box. And so this is the link right here that we want to make clickable. And so here we will want to enter a little bit of code. And to make it as easy as possible for you, I added the code over on my site. So if you go to eevijones.com/clickable, that's where you will find the code. So let's go there right now. And so this right here is the code that we want to enter. So we can go ahead and copy this snippet right here, go back to our spot, and again, highlight or select the link that we want to make clickable, which in my case is eevijones.com. So we go ahead, copy and paste this in here. And now we want to replace the section right here that says your full target URL with HTTPS part right here. So within the quotation marks that we see right here, I select this part, this text, and I enter my website, HTTPS. So again, we want to make sure it's in those quotation marks. And then here the text that I want to display. And I want to simply show my website. Or I could also, for example, write here, visit here. And then on the front end, we should see the word here. So let's go and check by clicking on the Design tab. And it says now visit here. But I want to have my website displayed here, so I'm going to exchange the here to eevijones.com. eevijones.com. Make sure let's visit eevijones.com. We can change the layout, but this is just to check it for right now. Now, what happens sometimes when we copy and paste code is that the code in itself, the Kindle Kidsbook Creator, may add some things on its own. And so if you look right here around our URL, instead of just one set of quotation marks, we now have two. So we want to make sure there's only one set. So we are going to delete one on the front end and on the back end. This usually does not happen if we enter things manually. But if we copy and paste, this can sometimes happen. So make sure you only have one set of quotation marks around your URL. Now, the next thing we will want to do is we will want to save it. So go to File, click on Save. So to make sure that our URL really works, I like to create a test run. And so I'm going to download this ebook, upload it onto KDP to use their ebook previewer to see if the link is working. Now we can always use external ebook previewers as well, but I find it more reliable to use the previewer directly in KDP. So let's do so right now. I will go ahead and click on File, click on Save for Publishing, and then go ahead and save it wherever you set up your file for this ebook. Once it is successfully saved, it will say so on the bottom right here, mobile file built successfully. So now we can go to KDP and upload our ebook. So this is just a test run, so I created a ebook test file, and I am now on the second tab right here where we get to upload our manuscript. So I will go ahead and do that. I upload my manuscript, and in order to run the previewer, I will also have to upload an ebook cover. So I will do that as well. And once the file is done processing, I can scroll down to the Launch Previewer button right here. And click OK. And now I simply click through to go to the page that holds my URL. Right here, and I click it to see what happens. And it opens my page right here, eevijones.com. And that's it. Again, because we are simply copy and pasting this code snippet in here, we will want to make sure that the Kindle Kids Book Creator does not add additional quotation marks around our URLs. So we want to make sure there's only one set within the snippet. There are many services that offer this service in exchange for a fee, but now you know how we can add any of these links ourselves, quickly, easily, and absolutely free. Please don't be intimidated. It's really just a matter of copying and pasting, and if it doesn't quite work out the first time around, guess what? We can try again. If I can do it, then so can you. I so hope that you found this video really helpful and that you're encouraged to give this a try. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really encourages me to keep making free videos for you just like this one. Here is to empowering ourselves. Bye!